Всем привет, всем здравствуйте! Сегодня в рамках моего класса по лидерству и этике мой студент Золтан Шурани будет делать презентацию. И я хочу записать фрагмент этой презентации с тем, чтобы познакомить вас с тем, как проходит вот такого рода процесс. Это его заключительный экзамен по завершении этого курса. So guys, today we have a presentation for our class is a final exam. The presentation will be made by Zoltana Shurani, international student from Hungary, and he will speak about what he learned during this class and what kind of leadership plan he developed for himself. So now we want to turn to Zoltan, and I want to welcome him.
Hi everyone, my name is Zoltana Shurani. I'm an international student at Spring Arbor University. My major is international business, and I would like to start my presentation by thanking for the opportunity to present you guys about my business leadership plan and my business development. And first, I would like to read the Spring Arbor University concept that I'm as a future business professional. I follow this day to day and trying to apply into my life. And the Spring Arbor University is a community of learners distinguished by our lifelong involvement in the study and application of the liberal arts, total commitment to Jesus Christ as the perspective for learning, and critical participation in the contemporary world. This is really important, critical participation in the contemporary world. The modern business world is just getting faster and faster. And I'm as a future business professional and the current Spring Arbor University student. I work day to day to gain the knowledge and to improve my faith with the Lord. And after my graduation, the most important thing, how I connect these both and take out outside of the school and represent Spring Arbor University. And before I came here, I registered to my class. I saw my schedule and I saw this class, business leadership and ethics, and I was like, I don't want to take this class. I know everything about leadership and how it works, why it's important, but throughout the semester I realized that I didn't even know anything about it. And I built up my business leadership plan structure through the exercises and presentations that I've done throughout the semester. And first of all, I would like to define how I see the leadership and the leader before the semester. The person who is confident and has a voice over others, and the person who controls others to reach a specific goal or objective within a company or a firm. And the leadership is a role or position where people lead other people. That was kind of my knowledge. And now I would like to tell you my improvement throughout the semester. And I had weaknesses. I had barriers. For example, the communication during the class period. I was scared because I thought that if I say something, others gonna be mad at me, or they will not like my ideas. And the presentations, I was so scared to present. And this amazing improvement that I've done throughout this semester, I'm so thankful and grateful for this. And my business leadership grows, different exercises, for example, interview presentation, most powerful people presentation, leadership book, poster presentation, article analysis. I feel I gain a little piece from everything, and now at the end of the semester I'm able to put everything together and apply into my future. And I would like to start the interview presentation where I interviewed Stephen Castle and his leadership skills. And I've learned so much about coaching, the servant leadership, about his skills, the decision making, problem solving, and about his background, how he improved himself. And he graduated from college in 2010. his major was social studies, and after 5 years later, he graduated from his MBA in business administrations. And I asked him, how was the transition? Because your bachelor arts is completely different than your MBA. And he had a big turnout when he went to his cross-culture trip to Kenya. He realized that his skills would be better in business than in social studies. And also he wanna connect both to help people, to serve others. And based on his knowledge, he could have been one of the biggest business leaders in the United States. And I asked, why not? And he explained me that is a servant leadership. He put God first, and after the second place, his life. And he wants to serve others. He wants help people. And today he is the director of the Alumni Relations Office. He's the connectioner between the 20,000 alumni students and the current students and his team, which is amazing how he handled different situations. He had to make quick decisions. He's really good at communications, and he told me about his improvement. When he started his job, he wasn't that good, but throughout the years he improved himself. And about the coaching, he's leading a team. He has an assistant. He has employees within the Alumni Relations Office, and he told me about the coaching as the important leadership skill. So how to find the right people for a certain position and coach him or her to do the job really well. And the next one about the key principles, the Christian Association Business Executives. I didn't heard anything about them. I didn't know that they even exist. And throughout the semester, I've learned so much from them. They set up a goal for each day within a month that I'm, as a Christian business professional, I'm going to follow from day to day. For example, my presentation was about life balance. The life balance is one of the most important thing in the modern economic world. How we manage our life, not just financially, the time management that we have to apply to our life, because the world is fast and is getting faster and faster and moving forward, and the people, they are living in a circle of flow, and it's very hard to step out from this circle of flow. People have to work for money, and if someone steps into this circle of flow, it's very hard to step out. But I feel like with this knowledge, I'm able to step out and have a big impact on the world. And we had the most powerful people presentation, where my presentation was about Vladimir Putin. It was a very good lesson, which skills I have to learn and which skills I shouldn't apply. For example, based off Vladimir Putin's background, he controls to fear, because the death is common for him. It's not an unnecessary thing, because 2 of his brothers died during the World War II, and several his uncles disappeared on the front, and which means that the death is a daily thing for him, and this is the reason why he knows how to control people through fear and through the death. And I've learned so much, and also about his leadership skills. He is a quick thinker. He's a transactional leader. He's the open-minded, which is very important in the contemporary world. And he loves getting things done on time, which is important also. And about his leadership skills, that how he puts everything together in the same times. He's the president of the Russian Federation, and Russia is very big, and how he controls everything. And it was a really good lesson to learn how to apply the good things that he has, and how I shouldn't apply the bad things that he has, and how he controls the people. And throughout the semester we had to read a book. That was our choice. And I was like, I'm tired with the books like to be confident, to be brave, to be a leader. And I was looking for something special. And then I found the John C. Maxwell 25 ways to win with people. That is an amazing book, and I've learned so many new things. And Mr. Maxwell tells in the introduction that he believes in small things as a leadership skill. He didn't mention anything about to be brave, be confident, but he mentioned much more about to tell people every day that they are needed, to look at someone's eyes when you motivate, to remember someone's name, and to help them to reach their dreams. And these are just a couple of the examples that he tried to explain. And each chapter is an explanation and a lesson. What I'm as a future business professional trying to apply day to day, because I'm going to work with a team, and I would like to win with people, because I believe that we can win together. It's not like I compete with you. No, I would like to work with people, because if you win, I win. If I win, you win. And we can be productive together. We don't need to compete with each other. And he starts with his book to ask us as readers to write down what we think about the leadership and what skills should we have to be a good leader. And I just wrote down two things. The first one was to be confident, and the second one was the authenticity. And throughout his books, he explains what he thinks. And each chapter, as I mentioned, is a lesson. And he talks about that tell people every day that they are needed, and tells examples. And the second chapter was to remember someone's name. And an interesting fact or an example that he had a conference, and 2,500 people attended. And before the conference, everyone had to write down his or her name and put their cap. And 1 hour before the conference, Mr. Maxwell had to memorize all of the names. And at the end of the conference, he had to tell. And amazing fact is that at the end of the conference, he remembered 2,200 people's name, which is amazing within 1 hour time period. And also he talks about to help others to reach their dreams, to motivate, to create a team, and he explains why it is very important. And at the end of the book, he had a very good example. He had another conference in Nashville where he told the audience a good example. He grabbed $100 and asked the people, who wants this $100? And everyone was, me. And after, he put it down and stepped on it. Grabbed it, and he asked again, who wants this $100? And everyone was, me. And the third time, he crumbled, put it down, stepped on it, and grabbed it. And now, who wants this $100? And he said, he gave it to someone in the first line. But before I give it to you, you've learned a very important lesson. It doesn't matter that someone's trying to push you down or crumble you. Your value is gonna be the same, which is a very, very important and amazing lesson. throughout the semester, we had to choose a leadership theory and explain and choose an article within this theory and analyze it. And mine was the motivational language. But before, I would like to define what is the situational leadership theory. The situational leadership theory proposes that leaders choose the best course of action based upon the situational variable. Different styles of leadership may be more appropriate for certain types of decision making. Dr. Kenneth Blanchard and Dr. Paul Hersey, they created the situational leadership model, a theory of business leadership that promotes the benefits of combining a range of managerial skills to work with employees within the same organization. That is really important because nowadays an organization includes different sectors: accounting, finance, marketing, sales, and to be successful, these parts have to work together, and that's the key word, together, to be successful as a whole. And my article was about the motivational language with relation development. And but I chose three important things. For example, within the motivational language, there are three small types. The direction giving language, when the leader tells the employees what to do. And the meaning making language occurs when the leader communicates with the employees about the structure, goals, rules, and the values of the organization. And the third one is the empathetic motivational language. Occurs when the leader is willing to share emotions with his or her employees. The leader encourages his or her employees, which is very important. And before the semester, if someone asks me, what do you think about motivation? Motivation is easy. To tell someone that he or she good. And after this exercise, I was like, I didn't even know anything about motivation. But now, based on these outcomes, I know more and I know how to apply to my life. And the situational leadership includes the type. It starts with the telling, the second level is the selling, the third level is the participating, and the last level is the delegating. And within my article, the direction giving language is the telling. The meaning making language is the selling, and the empathetic motivational language is the participating. And the structure of the situational leadership includes three important parts: the circumstances, the outside factors, the maturity of the leader, and the knowledge and skills. And how the leader connects and applies these three important facts to be successful, to be supportive, to delegate, to direct his or her employees, and to coach his or her teams. And throughout the semester, we had to analyze three different articles about the leadership. And I was like, reading again, what else can I learn? And it's here. I've learned so many new things, and every article I found something interesting and I discovered something new. For example, transactional leadership, transformational leadership. And the transactional leadership is a style of leadership in which the leader promotes compliance by followers through both rewards and punishments. Through a rewards and punishment system, the transactional leaders are able to keep followers motivated for the short term. That is very important, for the short term. Because a company's objective is to be productive in long term. But with this transactional leadership as a skill, they can keep motivated the employees with a short-term period, and some short-term period success is gonna be the long-term period success, productivity. And the transactional leadership structure where the reward and punishment and the exception, that's the first part. The second part, the expected outcomes or objectives, what we expect is gonna happen. And the third part, when the performance, how we achieve the goal, what should we do to achieve that goal within a certain period of time, in short term and in long term. And also the article talked about the transformational leadership. The transformational leadership is a theory of leadership where a leader works with teams to identify needed change, creating a vision, to guide the change through inspiration and executing the change in tandem with committed members of a group. It is an integral part of the full range of leadership model. This definition is very important, and it includes 4 parts: the inspirational motivation, the intellectual stimulation, individual consideration, and the idealized influence. And from these small parts, there is the transformational leadership. And I would like to talk about now my intellectual growth, my business leadership growth, how I connect everything that I've learned from different exercises, presentation, and how to apply into my life, my future. Because I would like to be very successful. I would like to serve people. I would like to help people to reach their dreams. And I feel that with this business leadership knowledge, I will be able to help them, to lead them, to control them. And also the emotional growth. Because I didn't even know that the emotions had a big role in leadership. But just let's see a good example. I would like to start my own businesses, and I would like to globalize these businesses internationally. And I've learned that how different cultures, different people from different cultures have their own perspectives, own vision. And the emotional intelligence means how I work with them, how I help them. For example, people from Japan, they are very quiet, and I need the emotional intelligence to work with them, to be successful, be productive together. And each country, each continent had its own perspectives, own visions. And that's the emotional intelligence, how I'm, as a future business leader, apply the emotional intelligence, improve from day to day, and work with different cultures, different people with different perspectives. And my spiritual growth is very important for me, because for me the Lord is very, very important, and He helps me every day to be successful. He gives me advices, how should I do my things, and I feel that He is next to me and He helps me, and He wants me to be a leader and help for others. And within the spiritual growth, I've learned the servant leadership. I've learned what does it mean, and the coaching, how to coach people, how to to lead them, how to take care of them. And I would like to talk about how I see the leadership at the end of the semester. These 2 pictures tell everything. The first one, for me, the leadership is a construction work. We have to put everything together to be productive, to be successful in a long term. And the second picture is about the coaching, the servant leadership, how to serve others, how to help people, And the really interesting fact is that everyone holds each other's hand, which means that together we can be successful together, we can be productive together. And that's my vision, to be productive together, to win with people, because I believe I can win with people. And at the end, I would like to discuss the questions and thoughts.
Very good. So I do have a question. You mentioned that at the beginning of the semester you had a sense that you understand and you know everything about leadership. So now during the semester you learn different things, and what do you feel right now? Do you feel that you completed learning about leadership, or you have something more that is left for you to learn?
Something more. Every day I can learn something new. Not just within the school, outside of the school. I'm a future business professional. From day to day I will learn something new, and later I will be able to apply those learnings to my life. And now I feel like I don't know anything. I want to learn more.
This is very important.
Not just in
business. This is very
in
important.
leadership.
When we learn more, we understand that we know very, very little. And there are so many other things that we need to learn to be successful. So because of that, it is very important to develop your ability to be a lifelong learner.
Yes.
So
lifelong
to learn
in the
every
contemporary
day.
world.
Right.
Yes, we learn something new every day, and not just in business, not just in leadership. Our daily routine, we learn something new that later we will be able to use it. This is how it's also known as wisdom. Yes, and I decided throughout the semester that I'm never gonna say that I completely know everything.
Very good.
I just want to say I want to know as much as possible.
Very good. Thank you so much for your presentation. You were a great student during this semester. Thank you.